Let's talk about three simple things that you can do as a defensive coordinator to level up your preparation. I've got my contact information, a whole bunch of different things. I just got on TikTok. All right, so we're going to see how that goes. What I want to go through with you today are just a couple things you can do to level up. I have talked to a number of coaches who aren't doing these things. Now, you're going to see a couple of deals pop up here. There's a QR code there. I'll put the link down in the description where you can, if you don't have a call sheet and practice plans or you want them to be better, use mine, use my templates. You can click on them. It's about 10, 11 bucks, and you can download those, edit them, customize them, use them for you. I do have a book I'm working on. It's not out yet. It's coming soon. All right, on the 335. Before I get into the three keys, we all know, all right, I want to establish this right away. Our goal is to be the best that we can be with what we have. You need talented players, all right? You need mental and physical toughness. If you're not building that, then you are missing out on an opportunity. You need to be disciplined. Details matter and elite in your preparation. Our goal is to get the ball back, all right? And we want to do it where we take it away. That's the number one way. I don't like the other three. Our goal, so you get a little premise here, is to be disruptive. We want to disrupt the offense. We want to disrupt timing. We want to take space. We want to get the offense off schedule. We do this through tackles for loss and sacks, and then we want to make them uncomfortable. Pressure and the illusion of pressure. Why we run the 3-3 stack is we can make it look like we're bringing eight or dropping eight from the exact same look. All right. I want to know what the offense is going to do before they do it. I want to help our kids to know what they're going to see, what they're going to expect, and then they can play fast. We're going to be a lot more efficient in practice, and we're going to focus on what we need because of this data. Now, this is something, here's why I'm getting into this. Key one, enter your opponent's data. You don't know how many coaches reach out to me. Hey, we're struggling with our gameplay. Hey, we're struggling on defense. Hey, we're struggling on offense, whatever it might be. And they add me to their huddle account, and I look at it and I say, well, you don't have any data. We don't have time. You're not spending time to enter your data, you're investing time. When I started coaching, we didn't have this available. You had to have $30,000 or $20,000 to buy a video program. We were building our own little database on our computer, and it was a pain. All right. We were using Excel and matching data and trying to match that to video. Right now, we have all the advantages. If you're a young coach, this is a great way to go in and say, I'm going to make a difference in the program. I'm going to enter this data that maybe the dinosaur coach, Coach Ben, he don't like the data. Get some data. All right. Now, what we're going to enter, obviously, we need down distance, hash yard line, gain, loss, play type, result, all that. Personnel, was it 11, 12, 21, etc.? What formations do they use? We're going to enter the formation data, motion data, play name. All right. We need that's the base data we need. You divide and conquer. You can do a game with 2 to 3 coaches in about 10 to 15 minutes. One coach can do a game in about 40 minutes. You can get 3 games done. One coach can get 3 games done in about an hour and a half. All right. And if you have 3 guys, you can get it done in about 30 to 40 minutes. Now, we enter the data. What do? We need to look at the data. My gosh, you don't know how frustrating it is for your coaches to enter the data and no one looks at it. All right. The data is going to give us a picture. It's not the whole picture, but it's going to give us a nice This is an overview. This is from Huddle, just a screenshot. I'm going to start looking at the run pass percentage. I'm going to look at their play direction. Where do they line up? Are they strong right, strong left, more balanced? Do they run their plays to the field or boundary? Well, look here. That helps me out. I know 64. Just entering that data and taking a 30-second look, I can start to see a nice picture of this team. All right. And then I'm going to really dive into these run pass percentages. All right. I want to know their run pass percentage by obviously personnel group, but then down distance, field zone, formation, their backfield set, and then when do they use their screens? We're going to look at formations by personnel group, and then the Big 12. And I have a whole video on the Big 12. I'll link to it that goes through where most teams can be broken down into about 12 things that they like to do. Let's look at field zone and down a distance or a run pass percentage. All right. This is important. This gives you the perfect illustration. This is an opponent that we're just looking at one third and medium, third and 4 to 7. We're looking at one situation. And I'm going to show you why having this data is important and then looking at it. And then I'm going to show you how to use it. So this is a team that once they cross the 50, they're 67% run on third and medium. But until they cross the 50, they're 71% pass. So now, as we start to look at this data, we can say, okay, when they're on their side of the 50, the minus side, all right, we know that they're going to throw the football, and here's what they're doing. All right. A lot of hitch routes, counter, a little screen play, bubble. Okay, well, that lets me know right here we probably don't need to be playing very soft in coverage. Lets me know where we might want to attack them a little bit. Now I go down to this bottom screenshot, and this is when they cross the 50. You can see all of a sudden now it flipped. 67% run. What are they running? What formations are they in? What plays are they in? This is important because our play calling changes. So enter the data, look at the data, and then the third key, use the data. Now, not just on our call sheet. We're going to use the data for our practice plan because when I script what we're going to be working on, it's going to be based on the data. If we're playing a team, so typically we script 10 minutes for inside run, 10 minutes for pass hole. So, 7-on-7. Well, if we're playing a team that's 85% run, then we're going to go 15 minutes of inside run in 5 minutes, or we're going to go 15 and 7. We're going to adjust based on what they do. So we're not wasting time. We're adapting our practice plan to our opponent. But this is an example. This is a picture of our call sheet. And I'll just bump over here. This is what it looks like. So I've entered their data in this down and distance situation. So this is our defensive call sheet. All right. And this is where we're entering the run pass percentages. These are what we call our situational scripts. These are where I'm going to put the run pass percentages, and then I'm going to list our calls. All right. On the front side of this, we have our Big 12, our best calls, and then some different situational stuff, some field zone stuff. I've got some calls by personnel, how to take their dude away, things like that, screen killers. All right. But right now, we're going to focus right here. We're on 1st and 10. This is different than possession and 10. Possession and 10's first play of a drive. I would tell you to take and make sure you make a P and 10 playlist. Usually, there's a certain mentality they have when they start a drive. That helps you. It's different than when they've achieved a first down. So that's what we're looking at after they've achieved a first down. Now, I want you to take a look here. All right. So again, what we've done is we've divided this into a field zone script. So the top is that behind the 50, and then I've got it again when they cross the 50. All right. So when they're behind the 50, here's the calls that I like from each hash. All right. Left hash, middle, and right hash. Once they cross the 50, I don't like the same calls as before because they're doing something different. Okay, they become more of, as you can see, the run team. So again, this comes from our data. That's what this comes from. I've taken this information, I've moved it to the call sheet. Once we enter that run pass percentage information, now I start to say, what are our best calls? I'm always going to, is pressure good here? Good. I'd like to have more than one way to attack them. The reason I divide it by hash is there might be a call I like better from the left hash as from the right hash. Maybe I want to bring boundary pressure. All right. So I need to have a way to differentiate that. So this is how we can use that data on our call sheet. All right. So enter your opponent's data, look at the data, and use the data to build your call sheet and practice plan and everything else. And if you don't have a call sheet or practice plan or wristbands or any of that, any scouting report stuff, click this QR code. I'll also put the link in the description and download mine. All right, fully editable and customizable. Wish you the best as you prepare for this season. Remember, number one goal, let's go get the ball back. Let's do it as fast as we can. The best ways to take it away, and you are allowed to score on defense.